and ways of studying. Are you good at reading books, or do you prefer to listen to audio? Maybe if you like reading books, then maybe you should buy a book. Just spend that money to buy a book. You can buy a second-hand book of Craigslist. About audio, maybe you think it's better to listen to your lecturer instead. So a suggestion, maybe you can buy an audio recorder and bring it to your lecture. Or you learn from your mistakes by doing exercises. You have to recognize that. This is just a few examples. And then,
Daddy, can you see me?
I want to touch on our relationship with Allah, humankind, and
Can
nature.
I see you?
Let me touch on the humankind and nature instead, because our relationship with nature and humankind actually related
And you
to
make it
Allah.
like first. And then you can come.
Do you think you actually can,
I can see Kausa and my uncle.
let's say, you study so hard that you forgot to like call your mom,
Can you
and then you expect you want to achieve like higher grades, because that you know that if your mom
Can you
disappoints
see
in
me?
you, Allah will not be pleased with
Can
you.
you see me, Kausa?
In one, or maybe another example that I want to touch on is something that's very practical. Okay, first thing, let me ask you a question.
If you see it,
Allah versus teacher,
which
which one will you choose? Which one is more important?
No, you have to. I have to.
Yeah, that's obvious, right? Okay, so
to you.
next, Fajar versus staying
I
up
said
late.
no to you.
Which one is more important?
I said no to you.
Fajar? Are you sure?
Mama.
How do you define that?
Mama,
So what if staying up late interfere with you waking up for Fajar? Do you actually realize that? What about Fajar versus meter? What if you have meter early in the morning, maybe at 8 a.m.? I'm sure all of you will wake up at 6 or something. But will you wake up at 6 at that early for Fajar? Or the next day you're gonna wake up late also?
Why did you open the window? We thought it was hot.
What about Fajar versus assignment? Or you haven't finished your assignment, you have to wake up early at 5. The next day, will you wake up early for Fajar?
You thought it was that way?
Or maybe something that every day happens.
That way?
Let's say your classes start at 8 a.m. and you woke up at 6. And that's Friday. So the next day, Saturday, will you wake up at 6 for Fajar? I want you to keep in mind. So it is important to keep our relationship with Allah. You cannot expect to stay up late studying
It's too cold.
while you are putting your Fajar at a risk of you missing Fajar, and then you expect Allah to give you high grades. You cannot expect that.
You told him to do it back.
So, and this is a big problem that all of us have, I'm sure. Procrastination.
Yeah.
So, how do we avoid it?
It's loud.
I have some few suggestions. You can think about it, and maybe you have a better idea you can share with us. One thing that I found effective for me, I did it once or twice, only for final exams though. But you can actually do this for like every day, for weekly basis, for assignments. That is making a schedule.
Now.
For me, it is very effective. You can make a schedule like that for this time to this time you can focus on a certain subject, or you may even go further. You may go even detailed, like maybe you can focus on one assignment and you set a time of this to this. I want to finish question 1 to 3.
I don't.
Why did you go back?
He told me to.
Second one, there's something in making a schedule is that you have to realize that you have to be disciplined, and that's what motivates you to change yourself. You cannot expect of not being disciplined to achieve success. Okay, the second one is have a company.
Did he tell you to do it?
And what I meant from having a company is having a good company, of course,
Did he
not
tell you to open the
having
window
friends
again?
with the same attitude as you, procrastinating. It is also like they motivate you to do something
Tell
else.
him to do it.
People get carried away easily when they are alone. The third one is prioritize. I guess we can relate prioritize with making a schedule, because you have to know which assignments have high priority and do accordingly. And the fourth one, stop chasing perfection.
You are so funny. Your hair is so
Don't,
funny. Your hair is like a cloud.
How do I want to say
Funny
this?
nose. Funny teeth. You have funny.
Don't push yourself to
You have
achieve
funny
a
tooth.
perfect answer.
Funny
So
clouds. You
maybe I
show
can
me
relate
under-
this a bit more closely to like engineering.
I didn't
Let's say
make
we
noise.
have like
I didn't make
calculations.
noise.
that if we cannot find the solution, it's that you can, maybe approximate or something. If you stuck on one question, move on to the next. Don't ponder on it too long. And there are some other tips which I found effective for me, learning from mistakes, and also ponder about it. Because whenever you make a mistake and you think about it, it's like an automatic reminder to yourself. So the next time, you will always remember it. You don't need friends to remind you about it. And then think positive no matter what. When I say think positive, okay, we all know that for engineering students, that we all heard that mechanical is very difficult. So if you like mechanical, you cannot let that rumors, or even if it is true, to prevent you from like pursuing mechanical study.
Does he need help?
So and then even if you compare with somebody who's in mechanical, let's say Cyril, and you think Cyril is special, so and you say to yourself that, oh, Cyril can do it, so and then your friend said, oh, Cyril is special, he's a genius. You have to think positive that you can achieve that. All humans are the same. It depends on your attitude. And the third one is enough rest, and that means have enough time for sleep, and you have to take care of your naps, because if you have naps too much during the day, you're gonna have a difficult time to sleep during the night. And also some good food that I found on the internet. They say that fish, nuts, berries, and whole grains are good. But I mean potato? Burrito. Actually, it's not good having a large meal. Having a large meal. It's not good for you because it makes you want to sleep.
Yes.
There's one article in the internet that recommends us to take small meals, like 6 to 7 meals, like small meals every day. But I think that's not very realistic. So you have to organize it yourself. And there are several do'as for studying here. So I'm not gonna go into it too much, but if you want, you can just ask me for the slides and I'll give it to you. But basically, do'a you can make it yourself. Allah will. There's no do'a that is superior to other do'a. And what I mean by that is that what you say in your do'a, if you ask the same thing, it's just equal. And the conclusion is that you have to prepare yourself. If you admit that you are a believer of Allah, then you surely will success. And there are rewards to those who are with patience. So you have to change yourself, change your attitude. And you have to prioritize what's in your life. Is Islam is more important than your education? And to close this presentation, I have 2 ayat that I want you guys to remember, to really remember when you face hardship. So the first ayat is from Surah number 4, I think it's Al-Inshirah, 5 to 8, or maybe 5 to 6. So verily with every difficulty there is release. Verily with every difficulty there is release. I think I repeat this ayat a lot in my presentation because this ayat actually really motivates me, and you have to believe that this is Allah's promise, and He promised us 2 times in just one surah, and they are one after another. When you face difficulty, just remember that there is a good thing following it. It may be not now, it may be not very soon, but it's going to come. And the next ayah is right. Is this one? Are you sure? Okay, I actually don't remember which ayah. I think it's in Baqarah. It's about that Allah will not test you more than you can bear. Yeah, the last ayah. I don't remember, right? If you understand that ayah, it will actually motivate you. Facing difficulties is the same as somebody challenging you. But the test from Allah, when Allah said that Allah will not test you more than you can bear, that means that if you believe in it, you know that, oh, I'll get through this. So why do I need to be like sad or disappointed in this? And if you remember this ayat, this one, you know that a good thing will come after it.
Maybe I should.
That's all. If you have any questions, just shoot. I have something to add because I forgot to say to mention it. Because I don't think in my card, but I didn't refer to it.
You didn't bring it?
No, I brought it, but I just didn't refer to my card. Okay, the first one is when I say that we are tested because Allah loves us.
Please, can I come on?
Allah tests us when He takes something from us. That means that there's something that we need to learn. There's something that we need to change to ourselves. And one example that I can give is me. I play games a lot. I have a gaming laptop, but that laptop is now broken twice. And so because of that, I have to spend more money if I want to buy a new laptop, which I don't want to do that. And then because of that, I didn't play games on my laptop anymore. And I just think I spend a little less time playing games. So that's a good thing. Second one is about the relationship between us, Allah, nature, and humankind. So for humankind, we have also teachers. We have to remember to respect them, even if it is a silly thing. And what I mean by silly thing is that for Imam Shafi'i, there's one thing that I read about him in the internet, is that when at night when he tried to flip the page, he flip it very slowly to prevent from waking up his teacher. So if you think about it, that's a silly thing. Nobody's gonna wake up from flipping a page. But then he really took care of it. And even if it is a small thing, a silly thing, Allah will take note of it, and He will give you reward. And for our relationship with nature, how can I relate that is with me, chemical engineering. So we want to design a chemical plant. You have to take care not to release any pollutants. there is like one priority. You have to make sure that the pollutants is reach at a certain limit. Because when you design a plan, you want to produce something. So when you already have the calculation to produce something done, you think, alright, that's okay. But then again, you have other things. Oh, I have to limit that one. I have to limit carbon dioxide, and that is really, I mean, like, sometimes I think it's really troublesome. But that's not actually it, because you are taking care of the environment. And when you are taking care of the environment, you are pleasing Allah. And when you are pleasing Allah, inshallah, Allah will give you reward for that. And I think I have another one. It's actually... Oh no, nothing. Just want to mention that the last ayah that I mentioned, which is Allah does not test us more than we can bear, is actually from Al-Baqarah, the last ayah, which is 86. Okay, that's all for me. If you guys have anything to add, Brother Anas, Hidayah.
Did Anas want to say something?
Hidayah.
Did you want to say something?
Adil eh? Tanya dia macam mana nak? Nanti tanya dia nak grab macam mana? Secret.
Let me think first. Go on.
Because there was this one point where in my house, like everyone was stressing like about like how much work they had. Sorry about this. And then Nariman came and like she said, just don't think about it. You're gonna end up stressing yourself. Don't think about how much work you have. Just do it. Just start and do it. So like instead of thinking about it, you're gonna stress yourself and you're gonna move it up because you're dreading the moment you start to work. So just do it. And then I would like to disagree with Afiq's point. Like one point he mentioned before not to strive for perfection. Maybe we're different, but for me like I don't know. Maybe starting this year, since like Jannah, I don't want to miss a point. Sometimes I cannot avoid it because sometimes I get sick and everything. But like I like to try and give my 100% in something I do, like pre-reading or like homework. Like I don't think that's what you meant. I don't know. I think what you meant was
That's not what I meant by
That's
perfection.
a quiz.
I encourage you guys to do your best.
okay. Okay.
But go on, it's okay.
Yeah. So like for example, pre-reading, it's not about just like to go over all the words, but to get like what the pre-reading wants us to understand, like the juice of the pre-reading itself, for example. And the exercises is like for us to know how to solve the question, like what is the concept behind that. That's all for it.
Because they made
Yeah, and don't skip class.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I learned from my first year. I skipped. This is kind of embarrassing, but tell you the truth, there's one class I pergi macam 3 kali je. And then asking, oh why am I reading so bad? So macam
No, jangan skip F-SCIENCE 150.
Hashtag 112.
F-SCIENCE 150 is the easiest mark you can score this year.
112?
150 and 160. 1 to 2 apa? 1 to 2 yang tak okay.
Yang tak kira tapi dua anak dia kan.
Macam, just like I said, the two important things, which is to know your trials, and the most super important, which I mentioned, is that to know yourself. You have to recognize what you want, what is your strength, what is your weakness. If Hidayah think that striving for perfection is better for her, that's good.
Stop there.
So, yeah, I mean, like, I want to stress that out. Yeah, take time to know yourself.
Yeah, and after that what? Jangan
know
yeah, I mean like we always plan tapi kita tak buat. Macam oh nak buat
Yeah, that's why I said change your attitude.
Yeah.
I have a comment about the midterms versus Fajar. I think one of the reasons why we wake up at 6 a.m. when it's 8 a.m. midterm, but we wake up at 6:25 when Fajar ends at 6:30 is because I think it's because we can't see the effects of it. Like in front of our eyes, we can't see. Oh, if we miss Fajar, bam, like there's sin. We can see the sins, you know. Whereas for midterms, you can see the effect right in front of us. Like directly, if I miss that midterm, then I will get 0, right? So that's what like makes us more motivated to wake up early for a midterm, but we will wake up like last minute for Fajr. It's like as long as we pray Fajr, or even after the Fajr ends, we still pray. Like if we missed it, we were like, oh, we can still pray after, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I think one of the reasons why, so one of the ways
There's a
to
comment.
solve that problem is to always sort of like imagine it in your mind, like if you missed a Fajr or if you missed any prayer, you will get like the
Yeah, so I mean, like what I'm trying to say from that point is that you have, if you are trying your best to achieve better grades, you have to try your best also to please Allah. You cannot expect that, oh, I'm going to delay Fajr as long as I pray and that's alright. I mean, you really think so? Are you actually think that I mean, like you are willing to compromise your Fajr time because you want to achieve better grades? I think that's silly. Any other comments? Brother Anas, give tips on graduating.
Graduation.
I don't know. Actually, I already left studying since 2010, so not much tip, I guess. But one thing I can really like advise is, for some of us that are given the opportunity to study what we love or what we really passionate about, you just try to like consciously immerse yourself inside what you're studying. Like for me, I was studying mechanical engineering. It was quite fun. It was really what I wanted to learn actually. And then when the final year came, I was really like consciously immerse myself into the study itself. Like really, you embed in yourself the spirit to know more about it, something like that. That it keeps you going, So you have to do that consciously, not just like I don't like this, aku tak minat ni. So macam lama-lama memang betul salam dia tu, I don't like it, and so you have to consciously embed it in yourself. Like I love this, I want to know more. So somehow it helps you to keep going. Yeah, the most important thing is to keep going. Just don't give up lah.
Are you cold?
Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Brother Anas.
Why are you putting on your jacket again?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Satu benda yang kita mungkin rasa benda tu kecil tapi impact dia besar, dan tema ni berulang-ulang dalam presentation malam ni. Satu perkataan, barakah. Maknanya keberkatan. Benda sangat penting. Misal kata ada benda yang kita buat, jangan fikir contoh paling mudah kalau zaman kami dekat kampus dulu, dia ada satu kelas yang dipanggil Tamadun Islam dan Tamadun Asia Tenggara. Tamadun Asia. Tamadun Islam dan Tamadun Asia. So kelas tu akan dibuat dekat dewan macam Kongo, macam Chan Center kat sini. So bayangkan berapa ribu student dia. So kalau tak ada lecturer yang nak pergi ambil kehadiran kamu pun. Dan banyak pun orang yang tak datang. Dan lecturer tak pernah ada pun macam markah kehadiran, tak pernah ada. Tapi kamu pergi atau tidak pergi ke kelas tu bukan kerana lecturer tu, tapi kerana adab kamu dengan ilmu tu. Sebab ilmu tu bukan daripada lecturer tu, ilmu tu daripada Allah. Dan ada orang dia suka compare kan, macam aku tak suka pergi kelas cikgu ni, dia ajak aku tak faham. Aku suka pergi kelas cikgu ni, dia ajak aku faham. Senang nak faham kalau cikgu ni ajak. Satu, ya betul, memang ada setengah cikgu memang tak boleh, tak ada bakat mengajar awal kan. Itu kelemahan dia. Tapi adakah itu memberi kita hak untuk tak respect dia sebagai guru kita? So kita tak ada hak untuk tu. Sebab kalau kita tak respect guru kita, kat mana keberkatan ilmu kita? Cikgu kita tak Islam atau Islam tu bukan soal dia. So orang Islam ni dia kena ada conscious, kataan yang baik lah yang Anas guna. Maknanya conscious, kalau buat sesuatu, kenapa aku buat benda ni? Kenapa aku pergi sekolah? Kenapa aku pergi kelas ni? Sedangkan ramai kawan aku pilih, tak payah lah kalau kata kat kelas tu hang tak payah pergi lah. Hang baca je nota online, hang boleh score je. Tapi kamu pergi kenapa? Kamu kena tahu kenapa kau buat benda tu. Dan kalau kamu buat tu kerana kesedaran kamu bahawa kamu seorang Muslim, ada adab kamu dengan ilmu, ada adab kamu dengan guru, ada adab kamu dengan kawan-kawan kamu. Jadi kamu tahu kau benda tu dengan sedar. Dan insya-Allah walaupun kamu rasa sejam tu, kamu kata, "Ya Allah, sejam cikgu ni ajar." Tak boleh ke dia ambil kursus latihan mengajar kan? Ataupun TA yang macam tak buat apa, duduk diri je kat tepi tu kan. Jalan sana jalan sini, pergi Starbucks, beli kopi, beli donat. Tak tolong pun kau TA apa kan? Tapi kamu pergi kenapa? So kamu kena define benda tu untuk diri sendiri lah. Jangan pandang kecil lah soal adab ni. Jangan pandang kecil soal keberkatan ni. Kadang-kadang kita rasa macam pasal keberkatan dengan guru ni, kita mungkin rasa mereka kat sini dah lah tak panggil puan ke doktor ke cikgu ke, balun panggil nama kan. Kalau Kak Niza ni tak payah panggil Kak Niza, Niza je. Boleh hoi-hoi, hai-hai kan. Hantar email pun hai siapa kan. Macam hai George, hai siapa. Walaupun dia tu macam ayah kita, tapi kita tak ada barrier tu. Dari satu sisi dia bagus, tapi kita adakah kerana barrier tu tak ada, maka dia memang tak ada? Adakah kerana kita tak nampak barrier tu, dia tak ada? Tak betul macam tu. Jadi kita kena ada respect pada guru kita lah. Dan kadang-kadang respect guru ni banyak sisi. Satu, cara kita layan dia di depan dia. Kedua, cara kita layan dia di belakang dia. Kadang-kadang kita balik kan, kawan kita sama-sama kelas yang kita kan. Katalah cikgu tu suka sebut perkataan barangkali. Cikgu tu suka sebut perkataan barangkali. So kita sama-sama kita kan, bila apa-apa, barangkali. Dan kita sama-sama tahu kan siapa yang sebenarnya kita tengah contohkan kat situ. Kita nampak benda ni kecil, tapi keberkatan tu terhakis. Jadi selalulah cari keberkatan, selalulah cari keberkatan, selalulah cari keberkatan. Allahuakbar.
Okay, something else I want to say. This is about let's put aside the achieving better grades. There's something that I always remember. Someone told me, I cannot remember who. Is that Allah looks at your effort. He doesn't look at your results. It doesn't matter if you get bad grades. It doesn't matter if you have to go back to Malaysia. But if you try your best, then there's a better reward for you in the Akhirah, inshallah.
And the reason why Allah looked at your effort, not your result, is because you can only work so hard. You're not in charge of the results. Allah is. That's why Allah only looks at the effort, because you're not empowered to decide how much you get. You can.
It's too tight on you.
Like you can only work.
You can take it off. You're the only one.
Just to continue.
And also bila kita dah berusaha bersungguh-sungguh dan bertawakal kepada Allah, kita dah tak ada sebab
she's
nak
only
sedih
the
ataupun
one
nak regret
that's
dengan apa yang
she's
Allah bagi.
the
Sebab
only
kita dah
one
cuba yang
who
terbaik.
take it off.
Sebab yang tu lah yang terbaik. Tapi kalau kita tak berusaha
I
dan
just have
dapat
to
result
ask her.
ataupun dapat outcome yang tak bagus,
Can you
yang tu memang kita patut sedih dengan diri sendiri lah. Sebab kita pun tak buat apa-apa kepada pihak itu.
Okay, regarding that,
You
I
wanted
read
to have it back.
hadith, I think it's Sahih Bukhari, but
Can I have one of them?
correct me if I'm wrong, I need to double check that, is that
I think you can.
Rasulullah said
Can you
that
help me?
if you do not, I mean this is not the exact translation, I'm just gonna repeat it. If you do not achieve something that you want,
Take it off.
don't say that, oh if I had done this or done that. Because Rasulullah said that if you said if, is the gate to shaitan. So even if you didn't try hard and you get bad results, just remember that Allah had planned that, and that's better for you. He makes what is the best for you. That means you have to change. Just like I said with my laptop, when my laptop broke. So yeah, I have to change. I have to maybe play less video games. And I still have my PS3.
I can. Can you help me?
Okay, so anything else?
You are the only one.
No? So jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
bagi komen
It can
pada
just stay on
InsyaAllah dengan tips yang aku dah bagi kali ni kita boleh praktikkan dalam hidup kita sehari-hari. InsyaAllah boleh berubah. Satu lagi nak tambah istiqomah. Istiqomah teruskan usaha. Walaupun banyak kali gagal, teruskan. Kalau tak berjaya juga, InsyaAllah rezeki tu datang di lain masa. Kita tak tahu. Allah lagi tahu apa yang terbaik untuk kita. Okay, sebelum kita tutup majlis, nak tanya lah kalau ada siapa-siapa nak bagi pengumuman sementara kita dapat perhatian semua orang sekarang. Ada siapa-siapa nak bagi pengumuman? Tak ada.
Abang nak bagi pengumuman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Abang ada bincang dengan